YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to TelliVision87. So, the Housewives of Atlanta premieres May 7th on Bravo, but we got a sneak peek, okay? We got about the first 5 minutes of this show, and it is already giving, okay? So, before we kind of get into this, I want to get into Sheree and Kenya um, on the talk earlier this week. Now, they were there just talking about the show, and Sheree is kind of setting the whole scene up like, yes, it gets real, real spicy in the first 5 minutes with me and, this guy that I'm seeing, Martell. They put a picture of Martell there for the audience to see. And Sheree was like, oh, well, Kenya's gonna be, popping off on somebody. And Kenya's like, well, yeah, because somebody who happens to be bald came for me and I had to let him know what time it was. So this clip is like you see 143. It was just a quick snippet of them on the talk. And so Sheree is like I said, she's setting everything up. Kenya is gonna bring the drama. Her and Martell are gonna get into it, and it's a lot that's going down at Ross's birthday party, which is the event that everybody's gonna be at. That's the first, that takes place the first episode. So also before we get to the Housewives of Atlanta clip, Carlos King and Martell, they were on Dish Nation the other day, and apparently what Martell and Kenya were going back and forth over, supposedly it was some rumors going around that Martell was trying to slide it in Kenya's DMs, and kind of made it to be like he was trying to get at her before Sheree. And y'all remember a while ago, Kandi was on doing a radio interview, and she said that this particular person, she didn't, really put a name on blast, but we all kind of figured it out after a while that they was at her restaurant, one of her restaurants, trying to set up a dinner with somebody. So basically saying that Martell is definitely in this for the publicity. He's trying to get a come up. He's trying to get some exposure off of, these housewives. So take all of that into play. Now comes the clip of the housewives. So the first thing that we see everybody at Ross's birthday party. They're all, I believe the theme was like masquerade, or something. It was a theme birthday party. I can't remember exactly, but everybody was there. They all looked nice. And we see Kandi clashing with one of the new housewives. That's where she says, I'm about to headbutt this B. She says that you see Martell and Kenya going back and forth. Kenya saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. You a B, blah, 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 blah. And after all of that drama, it's like, okay, 4 days earlier. So the 4 days earlier, it jumps back to this scene right here with Martell and Sheree. So Sheree is at the chateau. She's in her workout gear. Now, I don't know if what she had on, if this black ensemble was She by Sheree. Child, I don't know what's going on with She by Sheree, but she had on a workout outfit. Sheree has a nice body. We gonna give her that. She stays looking good, okay? Martell comes in. He has, before this shirt and jeans that he put on, he had on a nice, suit. He would had just come from a photo shoot. And she's like, okay, come in, sit down. I got a surprise for you. Martell's like, okay, well, what's going on? He goes back to change, and while they have like a split screen. So while Martell is changing, you see him take his shirt off, all everything, muscles all out and whatever. Sheree in the confessional, the producer is asking her, like, oh, what do you like about Martell? She's like, yeah, of course, she's nice to look at. I like that body, blah, 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 blah. Are you in love? She says, no, she never said that she was in love, but she is glad that she did not close the door to love and that her and Martell been, seeing each other like almost every week and that they enjoy each other's company. So they're in here, the private chef comes cooking them up, some dinner or whatever, and then they get to talking at the table. So they sit down there talking about, oh, well, um, Ross's party is coming up. Sanya invited us to go, blah 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 blah, and she was also saying, oh, well, Kenya is excited to see you and meet you, blah blah blah. She's always asking, well, how's Martell, da 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 da, and we get past that. So I think Sheree mentions, oh, okay, all the girls are gonna be there. Candy's gonna be there, and then Martell's like, he just makes this face. He's not, when he hear Candy name, he's not feeling it. And so Martell chased the heck out of Candy and Todd because he was like, oh, you call him, you trying to insinuate that I'm an opportunist, but you must have forgot what that word meant. That's your husband. And it's crazy that Martell is coming and throwing shots like this. It's like, okay, yes, everybody on the show at some point, what I'm saying, has that whole narrative going about Todd being an opportunist, blah 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 blah. But for him to come from outside of that show and be so like bold and comfortable to say it like that, yeah, that's not finna go over well. That's not gonna go over well now. Martell, you're playing for the wrong team. You're playing for the wrong team. So it's like, yeah, he's already apprehensive about that whole party because he's not really feeling Candy like that. Then he also said that they like both super short or whatever. So yeah, they better come respectful. Blah 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 blah. Just got all this extra energy. So he's gonna see Candy, he's gonna see Kenya, and then they're gonna get into that whole thing about the DMs or whatever. In which Martell said that the DM, it wasn't even what they tried to make it out to be. It was him responding to her saying thank you for something. He didn't remember exactly what it was, but he wasn't trying to get at her like at all. And that DM was from 2 years ago and not 6 months ago. So we got his side, we got her side. The truth is somewhere in the middle. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Like I said, this was just the first 5 minutes, and it's very that's the face he made when, Candy's name was brought up. It's very heavily shaded. So I'm looking forward to it. We have another week left, but you see the housewives, they're all, doing press runs and everything like that. So they really getting us ready for the shenanigans all this season. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about everything I talked about in this video. Drop your comments about Sheree and Martell as a whole, everything that's going to happen at this party. Tell me what you think about Kenya and Sheree being on the talk, whether y'all think Kenya is lying or not, and what you think is Martell lying about that whole DM situation. So, yeah. Drop your thoughts down below. Thank y'all for watching. It's TelliVision87. If you want to check out some more of my content, I'm going to have a video right here for you guys. But until then, I will talk to you guys in the next video.